And hello, I'm Alan Cook, the proud owner of the Medion, which is the exact image as the Jesus in the Last Supper. This is the older Mona Lisa. This is the younger Mona Lisa. Estimated 15 years old. Estimation, beautiful mature woman. I'm going to show you that is something that is quite neat, but let's continue for me to show you. Now this is the x-ray that I pulled out of my painting, which is the Medion. It is the Mona Lisa, the Mona Lisa. That is a fact. Now out of the Mona Lisa, there's a particular area that is located, here's the skull, and then on an angle like stairs here is this little white image, and when it's blown up, it becomes this cowboy. He's got his arm here, cowboy hat runs down. Here's the dog, and the dog's face looking at the cowboy. What it actually comes out looking like is this. This is the image that is in my man that is unable to be seen with the human eye. It is above his head. That is so happens to be particularly in this general area right here. Now, to prove that it is not just in the Mona, which this is the Mona also, the same, as you can see how it's more highlighted. And I'm going to view in a little bit for you. As you can see the man, here's the man, and here's the dog, the face looking that way, which is this image that I'm going to show you. But Leo hides his tricks. Whoops, let me zoom that down now. See, there he is. Cartoon. He's a cartoonist. I've been trying to tell the world that. There's over 1,000 YouTubes. Now I'm going to show you that this image is also, whoops, that is also in the Last Supper. And these are facts. Now, this image had to be pulled in black and white, and these had to be pulled in a different hue. Now, you don't see my doggy in here, but when you pull the image, it comes out in this area, and so that makes it the Last Supper. Now, you see the Last Supper. Now, I'm going to show you. Here's another image of it in a different, that's in the Mona. But I'm going to show you, here's the Last Supper. Do you see it? It's right here. I'm zooming in. There he is. Here's the doggy face, but much larger. And the way you can tell is not only when you put it side by side, as you see, this image is the same as this image. And when you overlay the two, you can see the outline of his arm is going to go into the same area when you overlay. Well, that makes it difficult to go it that way. Let's try it this way. There we go. Let's see. Since that's like that, I have two notches. And there it is. Exact fit. Overlay. And if you look at the curve, this curve, it fits in the same arm. And you see the face, it fits in the same face. So we can just go one more notch. Whoops, two notches too much. And you can see that the image is the same puzzle piece. And you can follow the stars. You see this circle down here of it? You can see the stars circle. Okay? And then you see what he does is he shifts this. You can see Jesus. Here it gets really cool. You can see these lines, how they match up. Now, and these lines, but he makes it to where they repeat. You can see the lines, you can see the curves, you can see the images, how they keep repeating. So no matter which way he shifts it, it comes out to be the same. Remember, he's a mathematician. Now, with that in mind, and as you can see, let me just blow that up real large for you to see. See how big that guy is? Now look how his mouth goes like this, cuts and goes. This is a clown's nose, here's his eye, he's looking that way. Okay. Now when you grab a hold of this guy, he's got the same mouth. How his mouth goes like this and cuts, his mouth goes like this and cuts. And now he's got his round nose, his eye, and he's got his hairdo. I scoot it over for you to see the hairdo, but that's what it is. So Leonardo da Vinci, again, that I've tried to tell you, is a copy machine, a true blue copy machine. And see, this is what it is in black and white. So with the Mona Lisa, Last Supper, you can see how my image is the same. This image is the same as this image. This is out of my painting. This is out of the Last Supper. And don't forget, I showed you the same image in the Mona Lisa, which is right here, which is harder to pull. Now, the image that's in the Mona Lisa is not microscopic. The image that's in the Last Supper is not microscopic. He hid his works, and he hid his works very, very well. And when you follow and get into greater detail on a longer YouTube, which I've had, you'll find that his images actually line up with these. So if you see this character of these of Mary Magdalene, and so you'll see how they roll of the same two. And you'll also see the other images of many more of my YouTubes that highlight. You have to pull each one in different sheets. So one will show the dog, the other one will show the cowboy a little better, and then others will show Jesus a little better and Mary a little better, and so on and so on. You have to do hundreds of pulls and layers to get what we're talking about. And don't forget, my painting is microscopic, and my painting has Jesus in my painting, which is twin, and I also have the X-ray in my painting. So what I'm trying to tell you is this is a lost Leonardo da Vinci painting, which is now found, that it so happens to be the greatest painting on the planet, because it's a diary of his whole life is in this painting. Every bit of his works is in my painting. And don't forget, two initials of the Mona Lisa. M stands for Melzi Francesca, L stands for Leonardo, and if you use the A in Mona and all the words in Lisa and descramble it, you'll come out with Sali. And you'll also break the code of the CE that is in the eye of the Mona Lisa, which stands for Katharina, and Melzi, the E is a M turned sideways. I have that all on my YouTubes. If you wish to learn, grab a hold. And don't forget to subscribe, doesn't cost a dime. Social media, I need this passed. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you Leonardo da Vinci's tricks that's in the Last Supper, and that so happens to be in my painting. My painting is a lost painting that is of Leonardo da Vinci. The Last Supper here has this image, which is actually the Last Supper. It is microscopic, and when you get into the overlays you will see how these characters, how they float through here. These are characters of his disciples and cartoons, and it goes on and on and on. And it's very tricky. It's going to be extremely difficult for me to try to explain, but I'm going to do my best. So follow me through this, and I'll promise I try to do my best. Okay, so this is my man, and my man, which is of the Midion. The Midion is a lost Leonardo da Vinci painting. If you take a look at his face, you will see that he is the same as Jesus Christ right here. He's the twin. When you actually put him side by side with Jesus Christ himself and the Last Supper, they're twins. Mustache on Jesus and hat, or vice versa. Okay, so now we're going to get into something else. Now, any time that Leonardo da Vinci did any of his works, he changed it. In other words, you can take this, like I'm doing of his, and you can change it by pulling some of the colors in which he has of his hidden works. What is very, very neat is that not only does the Mona have many hidden works in it, you can pull and you can see what he's highlighting and hiding. So here we go to right back to the Last Supper. This Last Supper is of another pull, and when you overlay my image over it, you will see that it highlights with the man in the middle. So for instance, it's this image that is hidden over here. Got so many of them. This particular image, when it gets overlaid in certain areas, he fits perfectly right in between. And I know it sounds really odd, but bear with me. Now, I got over 1,000 YouTubes, and here comes another layer of the Last Supper. Each dot that you pull, you're able to see. And this is upside down. This is the roof. Now here comes the kicker, what this YouTube's all about. This is the Last Supper upside down. But when you take my image that says Sali, this says Sali in my image, S-A-L-A-I. Sali is the model, and you will find out that he lived with Leo till 1 year before his passing. Now, this image here, when you take the Last Supper and pull out the colors and turn it upside down, there's an S here, okay? That's the S, and it comes and breaks and hides. And when you overlay my S over the top, it's a perfect fit. So when you pull it back down, you can see the A looks like a U. I've discussed that on some of my YouTubes. It also looks like a U. So he has the S-U, okay, when you get it set, and you, right there, S-U, or A, and then you have an L, and then when you pull this down, you can see how that's an A and that's an I. Watch. Here's the A, okay, and you see right here, here's the I. So he spells out Sali upside down in the Last Supper. Isn't that cool? And that's only one image. In other words, each one of these that I have told you, let me first of all, let me show you. That's the X-ray hidden inside my man. This is it right here. This is the same. My woman, my man. Okay, right there. Okay, before I continue, this particular deal also has the Mona Lisa in it. Right here. Here's the Mona Lisa that I've showed you. Okay, so my painting is a lost Leonardo da Vinci painting, and there's many different codes. Here's another pole. Here's another pole. Okay, and you can take this and you can flip it upside down 180, and it's going to totally come up with a different type of S, as you see, because each pole gives you, see, this is the same painting. Gives you, here's the S. You can see part of it wanting to break through, but it's hidden. But he constantly spells his lover's name. So if you actually take a look at these, you can see an S here, and you can see an A here, and you can see a black L, and then he has an A, and he has an I. He spells out Sali, he spells out Sali, he spells out Sali. He had an addiction for this man, and he loved him very much, and with that, you know, you can't part from love. So Leonardo da Vinci was a copy machine. All his works have that. I have over 1,000 YouTubes and over 6,000 images of proof. I hope I may have to do this over and over and over again, along with many others, and I will. I bought some pretty heavy-duty equipment, and you're going to start seeing some better YouTubes. I just have to explain it better. But anyway, I hope you can see what I'm showing you. Sali, and you know, need you the social, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It doesn't cost a thing to subscribe, and with that, I want you to know, may God bless the whole world, universe, and the heavens. Wear a mask, social distance, wash your hands. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, and I love you. Have a great day.